Whitney Rapp, and I am the science department head here at the high school. And the goal of this video is to help get you in the correct science class for next year, to give you an idea about the choices for your upper level classes. And we're going to work with the sophomore teachers, with your counselors, and we're going to help make sure that we get you in the correct placement for your science class next year. I teach earth science and I teach college biology, and those are both dual credit classes, and I've taught those for several years here at the high school. So earth science is a class that it's kind of a mix of biology and physical science. It is a college level class, and we start the year with weather. So we spend about 9 weeks on meteorology, all aspects of weather. Then we move on to geology. So we do a unit on rocks and minerals, earthquakes and volcanoes. We do a little bit of fossils and earth history. And then towards the spring, we do water. So we do a unit on oceanography. And then we end the year with astronomy, which is not a unit that we necessarily have to cover. MSU doesn't require me to, but students really like it. So college biology, it's designed to really get into the things that you didn't have a chance to get into in regular biology. We really focus on the groups of living organisms. We talk about COVID, we talk a little bit about different viruses and how they impact the human population. Both earth science and college biology are very lab intensive, and so we do weekly, sometimes multiple times a week, we do lab work. I try to really get your hands on things that we're talking about. I order a lot of live organisms, and there are 7 dissections in college biology, and so you have to be good with dissections.
Hi, my name is Theodore Jordan. I teach Chemistry 1 and Chemistry 2 dual credit, and those are classes for people who, enjoy science, enjoy exploring the natural world and understanding relationships between atoms and molecules and chemicals and how everything fits together. My background is biochemistry, so I try to instill in people, a sort of love for both of them, biology and chemistry. So we do lots of labs. We investigate how the interplay of natural forces, interact with each other, and we also get you college credit for it. So it's nice. So Chemistry 1 is a introductory class for non-majors. So even if you're a political science major, you can take Chemistry 1, and it gets rid of a general education requirement. And then you have Chemistry 2, which is geared toward kids who want to be into science and take the AP test and want to be science majors in college. So Missouri has this great program, which is Title 42, where you can transfer the credits to any Missouri institution, and it's a lot cheaper than my last $800 class at MSU. Typically, you have juniors and seniors that take Chem 1 and Chem 2, and again, people who enjoy science or want to know more about how science applies to different careers like microbiology or nursing or dentistry, doctor, more scientific types, I guess you could call it. I mean, there's nothing to be intimidated by chemistry. There's no real interpretation. A lot of times you just have the formula and the data, and there it is. You follow the directions and follow the rules and apply the concepts. You get a great grade. So I don't have a problem with that.
I'm Jason Foster, and I teach biomedical science. That is a dual credit science class that students take that want to go into the medical field primarily. We learn about human anatomy, we learn about cells, we talk a little bit about medical terminology, we do some dissections in this class. We look at the sheep brain and the sheep heart when we get into the nervous system and the cardiovascular system. Our big dissection that we do at the end of the year is a fetal pig, so we look at how all the different body systems work together. And we do lots of labs in that class. And students that want to go into the medical field will have to take this class anyway, so they might as well take it now and get it out of the way for dual credit. Because it is one of those introductory level classes, like I said, that they have to have whenever they start the medical classes in the future. It's kind of intimidating at first because we're learning the different terminology. Like right now we're learning about the bones in the body and the different structures that go along with the bones. But yeah, they're kind of like a team. The students work together to learn those terms. And we do a lot of practice of the medical terms so that whenever they see that again in the future, they'll be able to understand it from this intro level class. For Biomed, we're looking for students that were really interested in the Biology 1 content, and we're going to build on that content. And those students that really like life science, they're going to be the ones that really like the class. We do a sheep brain dissection, and they get to see the different parts of the brain. They label it. They kind of pin the different lobes, and we talk about that. We talk about the cardiovascular system a lot, so we look at a sheep heart and the fetal pig dissection. Some students struggle with that at first, but as they get into that, they get really excited about seeing some of those organs that we talked about throughout the year. We start talking about the anatomical terminology. We do a little clay cadaver lab where they make little clay people, and they make little organs out of clay, and they have to tell me the different body regions. If you want to learn more about the human body or about body systems, this is the class to take.
Yeah, my name is Jody Willis. I teach dual credit physics at Nixa High School. I also teach physical science. So in dual credit physics, we do lots of really fun stuff, a lot of math-based things, a lot of things that involve, engineering principles, and there's lots of real-world examples of math and being applied to science. Definitely any student that is willing to, keep trying at something even though it may be difficult, because sometimes we do pretty tough math, but it's approachable for any student. You just have to continue attempting until you get it, and I do my best to help. Typically a lot of upper level classmen, but if sophomores, if they're taking at least probably I'd say trigonometry, at least as long as you've got that under your belt, you'd be good. Today they're doing a force table lab. It's a special table with a full circle of degrees on it, and they're trying to put two forces on it and calculate and also define through trial and error what force will balance that out.